Hello guys, Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJP from such Kwelp's Life Stories episode number 4. And today we're gonna be showing you my life story behind heavy metal. Okay. Now this is not it. It's just gonna be my whole story about what's been going on. My story behind all the details regards to what I like about heavy metal and what I did not like about heavy metal, okay? And all of that will be goes to what the details about it, okay? Now, sometime in the next episode, we're going to talk about hip-hop, so I just see what I dislike about it. So, that's what we're going to talk about, okay? So, that's the first thing we're going to explain, okay? If you watch this, Mitch, that's for you. But anyway, let's talk about heavy metal now, and let's get over with, shall we? So we got. First of all, it all starts back in the late 90s with if you don't with Cherry and CJ. But first of all, what makes the word heavy metal came from? Well, it all started with Whitney Houston in the late 90s when I listened to a song called Queen of the Night. I have started listening to a tape called Unforgiven in 1992, followed by Beer's Choice, followed by the Bodyguard movie, and that was an epic movies I've ever seen. But then all of a sudden, that made me feel, when Queen of the Night came out, that made me feel like heavy metal to me. And that's where it all started for me. So, in the late 90s, I started listening to a song called Rock the Pond by John Bajia from D2 the Mighty Ducks movie. That was basically inspired to make me listen to heavy metal all these years. So that's how I got started. And so is Queen, We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You. And that's how it all started for making me listen to music all of a sudden. But then 2000s came, Cherry and CJ and Mo and I, and when someone drove me to the beach, went to listen to We Are Rocking, We Are the Champions. We sang We Are the Champions. I didn't get a chance to sing it because I was too busy getting to focus on my thinking in the moment. And we just said, if you don't sing, then you're gonna be screwed. Then that's why I'm just gonna be telling you guys. I was so busy going into thinking mode. So, and that's how it all started for me. Then 2008 came. My stepbrother Taylor was listening to a song called Highway to Hell by AC/DC. And that's what AC/DC listening started for me. At first, I hated the band. At first. But then all of a sudden, when 2014, 2015 came, when Behind the Music came out, I was about to listen to Meatloaf on Bad Hell music videos and other things on Behind the Music. And that's that might be brought me back to listen to my heavy metal back then. So that's how it all started out for me in 2012, 2013 to listen to the Bad Hell album. And that's that brought me back to listen to heavy metal. So yeah, if you don't know what Meatloaf is, I'll talk about that in another episode. But then 2015 came. I have listened to a friend of mine named Marsha Brown, who's now in Wicked Stone. I listened to his band, his solo artist name. It goes by the name of Save My Love, and oh my god, this album was amazing. And that was released months before my grandfather Bay's death. Everybody calls him Granddaddy Bays. But then all of a sudden, 2016 came, 2015, 2016 came. I listened to so much heavy metal. AC/DC, Kiss. I haven't listened to Kiss back then. I listened to I haven't listened to Aerosmith back then either. I did listen to Aerosmith 2012, 2013, 2015, but I branched out in 2016 in later years because I wasn't focused on heavy metal Aerosmith days. Because I was so bored out and not do Aerosmith. I'll talk about why I wasn't interested in listening to Aerosmith nowadays in the later days, in the episode. Right now, I want to talk about why I love listening to AC/DC, and of course, why I got to start listening to heavy metal bands besides from AC/DC. Or Meatloaf. I listen besides Queen as well. I listen to gotta think of something besides Marshall Brown. And not really Texas Burning the Storm band, you know. I listen to I've been listening to too much heavy metal since 2016. Like Pantera, Twisted Sister. I've been listening to so much Twisted Sister since I saw the movie SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and the parody came to be SpongeBob came to be I Want Rock in 2012. That's all started out for me, and that's how I branched out from that until Behind the Music came about. Then what else I listen to these days? Well, I listen to another band called okay. I can't remember what band I had to listen to. There's a lot of bands, like Guns N' Roses. At the time I listened to a Queen song, Bohemian Rhapsody, Elton John and Axl Rose singing it together. That made me want to do it, and then that's how I branched out with Elton John ever since. In the mid-2010s. And no remix, I did not hate Elton John nowadays. I was branched out of him, you know. That's just me. And don't ask Kimberly to remove me. I asked her to please to not respond any regrets because I want to just I just want to branch out of Elton John ever since because of it. That's just me. Then 2017 came out, besides heavy metal, AC/DC and other things, and later on I listened to Kiss. What else is there? Metallica, Megadeth. I haven't listened so much Slayer yet, nor Anthrax, nor nothing. I haven't got a chance to listen to some metal bands yet, thrash metal bands. I did listen to a little bit of Black Sabbath, you know. And a lot of it has to do with heavy metal. So, then in 2018, I did react to Heavy Destroyed Metal, because I already told you proof about why I listen to heavy metal and not really hip-hop nowadays. Because that's how I got started out for me. And that's how I wanted to listen to it too much. So, 2019, I was getting ready to feel like I need to get ready for, to go home and feel like I need to jam up some music tones, you know, in my head. So there you go. Same with 2020 and 2021, you know. So yeah. In between travel and such, I listen to much heavy metal music, classic rock, and children's music. I'll explain more about children's music some other time. But right now, I have to talk about these two other genres. But that's just me. But what else is there? There's a lot of heavy metal bands that I had tried listening to, but maybe the best band I've ever seen. Pantera, for one. I listened to Pantera since SpongeBob episode called Pre-Hibernation Week. It was a great episode of SpongeBob. But then Vinnie Paul passed away. I haven't seen much about Dimebag Darrell's assassination yet until 2016. But in 2018, Vinnie Paul passed away. I saw so much heavy metal devs, you know. Then I felt like it was the best thing to do. Well, the worst thing to do, excuse me. I felt like, okay. I am so sorry, folks. I just realized that the recording just stopped on me for no reason. So, right after all this is over, I just cleared everyone of space on my computer. So, right after all of this is over, I may have to make some outtakes to make the videos work, okay? Let's say episode 17 and 18 and boring jokester, okay? So that's just me, of course. But anyway, let's just continue on left off on Life Stories episode 4, okay? Okay. Anyway, also I'm just trying to say, after I got really interrupted by, the recording stopped accidentally, so, yeah. Thanks a lot, TV, who got quit time. I just realized that, it's just, okay, I didn't know what I was saying, okay. I just realized, okay, show's over. And, for the deaf, years of, heavy metal deaths, you know? Because I felt horrible at that time because let me tell you this way, okay? In 2005, my grandmother Jeffers passed away. Then in 2006, my papa passed away. I felt like disability. I have a disability in autism. So I'll talk more about why I was diagnosed with autism in another time, another episode. But right now, I want to discuss Mel. But anyway, it's been over the years since I've listened so much Mel. From the time Cherry and CJ wanted me to listen to Queen, to now being want me to listen to AC/DC, Kiss, so much Mel. You know what I mean? Like so much Megadeth, Metallica, Pantera, Twisted Sister, some metal bands that I see, but as far as Mudvayne, Watch Alex Paris, that one I have not seen yet. But I will listen to it ASAP. But right now, they just reunited this year. That one I have not seen yet. Hell Yeah is one I saw from Chad Gray. That one I've seen, but not Mudvayne yet. But that's just me. Anyway, after Mudvayne, we united this year, I felt surprised, you know, because I'd never seen the band before in my life, period. Because during that time frame, they just got COVID-19 positive. And that following year, I was so worried with these band members. Craig, Chad, Matthew, and so forth. And I felt like, oh my God, is this band going to end or what? I don't know. But they're going to make new material. I'm very excited about it, but I never heard the band before. But I did follow their Instagram page. But that's just me. But then suddenly, I just feel like Marshall's band originally came out called Wicked Stone. I came to listen to his tour, his gig, on Facebook Live. On watching this on Facebook Live, and I did watch it. I did not get. I was in the. I was like TMI thing, and I was in the middle of the night when he got a gig with Kristen, Gwen, Kristen, and I said Kristen twice. Sorry, Chris and another band member. I can't remember this name. Sorry. But then all of a sudden, I told him it was a nice gig. And he said, thank you, do appreciate it, Luke. And meanwhile, Kristen, the lead guitarist of the band, subscribed to my channel. So I'm surprised. And then afterwards, I felt like it's time for me to listen to this band. It's coming in the future. Not sure when the tour is going to come out, but that's just me. But anyway, let's talk about the future of heavy metal, okay? Guns N' Roses is coming out with a new EP called Hard School, okay? In 2022, February 25th. The day after my year anniversary of LJPCBM Kwelp. That's going to be huge. But it's also the day Remix is about to turn 33. So be look out for the biggest day of hashtag Remix Palm 33. So be look out for that. I'm sorry being too loud to you guys. But anyway. What else is there besides from that? Next up we got a Megadeth album that is coming out in the future, 2021. The new album's called The Sick. I can't remember the album's name, so sorry. Please do forgive me, Dave Mustaine, for watching this episode right now. But I did comment on Kiko, the lead guitarist's YouTube channel video, wishing Dave happy birthday. He liked my comment, and he appreciated my thought and support on the making of my Ocean Comedy, which I appreciate Kiko's support. And Dave Mustaine's support, which I thank him for a lot. So anyway, what's the name of the band? Not the band's name, but Megadeth. I know Megadeth is, but what's the name of it? Oh, it's Say the Dying is Dead. Okay, never mind. Oh, it's probably gonna come out in next year, but I'm not sure when next year. Wait a minute. They're originally planning on doing it in 2021, but they said 2022 is the year. But unfortunately, though, they have to fire the original bassist, David Ellison, because, and I'm sorry for mispronouncing words, but David Ellison has been fired from the band because of, I'm not gonna say what it is, but he has a new band now called The Lucid, which I haven't heard before. And they just came out with a new album, And he told the Megadeth members not to replace his parts, which I heard on Wildwire, which I seen. I'm like, okay, this is maybe confusing. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? And yeah, although David Ellison was in Megadeth from 1983 till his departure in 2002, and then he came back in 2010 till his departure this year. And then I felt like then I just felt like, okay. What else is there? AC/DC came out with a new album now called Power Up. This year they're coming out with a new Grammy, coming next year. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to the tour in Savannah and Jonathan Mercer Fear coming in 2022. So looking forward to that. Also, Queen featuring Adam Lambert coming in 2022. So be looking for that and Wicked Stone. And I'm looking forward to those as well. But I'm also looking forward to the bands to be heard on Johnson Mercer Fear. This year, they have 2 bands I heard in Savannah. ZZ Top and the Eagles. Never from AC/DC, never from Queen featuring Adam Lambert, neither from Guns N' Roses, none of heavy metal bands. None. I see Dee Snider recently been on a new album called Leave a Scar this year. There's a new album of Iron Maiden now. I saw that coming this year. I haven't seen a tour yet from that either. But as for other bands, like Anthrax came out with a new album coming next year. But as for other bands, no idea yet. As for Jim Steinman, he recently passed away 5 years after my saying no longer associated with you thing in 2021 of April 19th. It was heartbroken to see Jim Steinman go, and as for Meatloaf said, fly, Jimmy, fly. And I heard about it from Facebook, and I heard about it. I'm like, okay, sad feelings right there. It was sad, you know, and it was emotional right there. But then, and then after all of this, feature metalheads like Wicked Stone, and 2 other bands which I mentioned earlier, I think it's time for a new approach to Johnny Mercer Fear. I want to see these bands in Savannah. That's all I wanted to see, you know? That's just me. And, that's just me. I really want to see them in Savannah. For the first time, it's having meet and greets. I know they're getting old, but I want to see a meet and greets for the first time in the band. So that's just me, of course. That wraps this episode of Life Stories. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be the episode why I hated hip-hop so much. Coming up next, there will be a brand new episode of LJPCBM regarding to Christmas special episode of Reacts. There will be a live stream hosted by me coming tomorrow, followed by an unboxing video, and then will be a lunchtime episode coming tomorrow. And then we'll do 25 Days of Wheel, day number 3, 2021 edition. So be on the lookout for these 4 coming tomorrow. Till next time, so Joseph, bye, peace out, baby. We'll get more videos, guys, very soon. Till then, just out. See ya.